Greetings, everyone. My name is Munib Anjum. I am the founder and CEO of Ahad. We are an intelligence-driven B2B marketplace solving the biggest challenges the world's facing around cybersecurity. Most importantly, how did we come up and form Ahad, and especially why us? Let me take you back in time, back when in early 2000, when I closed my first major deal with a healthcare provider. It was a transition and a secure transformation from papers to an iPad. iPad still was a thing back in the early days. And most importantly, I really realized how the transformation was helping caregivers have direct access to critical information and knowledge with a tip of a button. And most importantly, how was that helping the caregivers as well as helping save lives? With that, I helped multiple other industry verticals, including education, working with the police and the defense forces, working on a national scale. Most importantly, moving towards BFSI, who are running tons and millions of transactions on a daily basis. I have proudly served and worked with the biggest IPO in the world, including the likes of Aramco, and most importantly, having worked with the nuclear power plants as well. That's given the concept, that's given us all the basis to be able to understand and find the biggest enemy, which is time, because it's only a matter of time till a cyber incident happens. That means a hack is inevitable. And that's where obviously we want to shed light towards the alarming stats where almost 60% of the companies will go out of business. It's that scary. And most importantly, looking at the prevalent attacks where even pacemakers been hacked. We have seen entire hospitals getting exposed to cyber attacks and ransomware, flights getting hacked mid-air, and most importantly, with the ongoing Russia and Ukraine conflict, cyber is a major frontier. And most importantly, how do we identify, especially the monetary damages that's been associated with it? According to the World Economic Forum, almost $6 trillion being lost last year alone because of cyber crimes. And most importantly, the official statistics from the UAE government, where we are currently headquartered, almost 1.4 million cyber attacks were faced by the UAE government. For the cyber defenders, it's a huge challenge on how do they challenge as well as address internal and external factors and being able to address them. And especially with the ongoing challenges around compliance and new regulations popping in. With Ahad, we take an intelligence-driven approach to give time to those startups or a future 100 companies, because companies always have this perception, either I have no time or we have time. And this is where our approach is leading them towards Ahad's own cyber defense center, where potentially speaking, we are helping them identify any critical gaps, any critical blind spots which they're already missing. We're doing this by providing cutting edge and bleeding edge, best of breed technologies available from the world over. And most importantly, everything is available in a very simplified way, where with a click of a button, the problem can be addressed. The challenge can be solved. The customers can either choose the immediate problem and the need they have in mind, or they can actually use the approach where our consultants gets involved, as well as with the automation in place, we help identify proactively what should be prioritized and what should be their roadmaps. And most importantly, with compliance coming to the picture, any of the startups as well as enterprise and Fortune 100 equivalent companies can choose the frameworks and the compliance needs that they need to comply with. And especially Ahad would help them get compliant and help them in their journey to become cyber resilient. Most importantly, I've already spoken about the 6 trillion global market. The immediate market which we are currently foreseeing to conquer and rule is Middle East and Africa, which again is a mammoth $237 billion. Established in November 2020, they were profitable within first 8 months of our establishment. And especially the number speaks for itself. where we are creating and breaking all new records. Most importantly, we've already crossed $817,000 of revenue till date, almost at 27% of GP, and most importantly, already having worth $2 million of pipeline to be closed expectedly within this year. Most importantly, the future, which is the next 5 years projection, we are aiming to hit $32 million, and God willing, we aim to be the next unicorn appearing and emerging from our region. The customers who we have served so far, we have done multiple engagements where especially the methodology and the marketplace offering is to sell deeper and wider. And this is where some of the logos here you will see the likes of Expo and Etisalat, which are an equivalent of Fortune 100 companies as far as UAE goes. And we want to go beyond. Most importantly, the recognition we have received from the industry, we're really proud of. We have run several awards and accolades by multiple entities, which is keeping us going as well as carrying the momentum forward for us. We've been recently headhunted by UAE government for their Sandbox Acceleration Program, and out of 600 companies, we are among the selected 12 companies who've been shortlisted to enter and continue in the program. Most importantly, about the founders and why us and why we are the right team. This is my 4th startup. My last venture prior to forming Ahad was TUV Ryland, almost a $2.3 billion entity operating across 70 countries. I was heading their UAE region, and most importantly, having worked extensively with other startups and leading them to multi-million dollars of success is a proven record which me and the team brings to the table. The trio of founders we have is an ideal combination of the founding members, where I'm the hustler, we have Rohan, the hipster, and mostly having worked and served as a growth hacker, he is helping empowering us from the business development towards innovation in marketing. Finally, the third, H, which is hacker, he's your friendly neighborhood guy. Ankit is serving as our CTO, as well as he's been a prominent figure in the CISO community as far as the region goes. Most importantly, in his previous ventures, Ankit's been managing almost $45 billion worth of real estate in UAE, as well as 2 banks in Afghanistan. We have a very clear ask, almost with $12 million of pre-money valuation. We are raising around for $3 million. We already have a few commitments, and we are looking for additional partners to be able to close this round and move on with dominating the region. Most importantly, before I conclude, one more thing, and that's while we are providing the best of breed technologies the world has to offer, we are not staying behind. We are creating our own intellectual property, which is already available, making up to 70% of margins, and especially creating stickiness with the customers that we are serving. We already have the likes of detect and respond, assess and prevent, as well as digital intelligence available, which is available for organizations of any size. Most importantly, with Ahad and our tagline of securely transformed, we really want to uplift people, businesses, and help them securely transform. This is our way of making the world a better place and a safer place. Most importantly, you may have 99 problems, but with Ahad at your side, breach ain't one. If you're interested, please get in touch. Here's our details. Talk to you soon.